All right, so my first year as a head coach, we had a great head coach for the last couple of years, Coach Zach Moore, and really I've tried to mold everything we do a little bit from what he was doing as far as practice schedules and just schedules of anything. All of our stuff has been molded after him, and obviously as a first year head coach, you're going to change a couple things of the guys that you were assistant coaches under, but you pick and choose some things that you like that those guys do and roll with it. So our summer's going really well, and we're excited to get after it. We start team camp this Sunday.
Just to kind of build off, that first question, you played under an amazing coach at Russell. You coached under some guys at Greenup County that have taken that program to the level it's at now. What have you kind of learned from them that's helped you make that transition a little easier as a first-year coach?
Yeah, so I've always been around high school football. My dad was a high school coach, so I've been around it since I was 2 and 3 years old. And then in high school, I played under Coach Ivan McGlone, he has 300 wins. He's top 5 all-time winningest coach in Kentucky history. So obviously I've learned a lot from those guys. And then I've started out at Russell under Coach T.J. Maynard, excellent coach. He was actually a coach at Greenup before he went to Russell. So, and then once I graduated college, I came to Greenup with Coach Scott Grizzle, and Coach Grizzle was really good. He was always a really enthusiastic guy, and that's kind of what Greenup County needed at the time that he was there, because, Greenup County football's always had its ups and downs, and what Coach Grizzle did was just bring kind of a positive attitude and energetic to the kids. Coach Grizzle left, and then, like I said before, Coach Zach Moore got the head coaching job, and what I've learned from Zach is, very organized guy, man. He just wants to do everything a specific way. He's really good at managing things. So when we talk about the first question, me molding practice schedules and stuff off of Coach Moore, that's the stuff I learned a lot from him, and defensive stuff as well.
One thing that stood out to me, you guys lost a lot of receivers from last year. So how have the receivers maybe stepped up in the absence of those guys that you had graduate?
Yeah, so we bring back, less than 5 catches, I think, at receiver. We had Drew Boggs had a couple catches for us last year. I really think that's it. So, yeah, we graduated a ton of receiver, all of our production at receiver, but we had an excellent offseason. We focused a lot on speed and stuff like that and getting stronger, and I'm very confident with the group of receivers right now. Honestly, right now we probably have the best receiver depth that we've had since I've been at Greenup. So I'm really happy with where we are, but at the end of the day, you don't really know how those guys are going to react to a Friday night until it's Friday night. So a lot of question marks, but we definitely have the potential.
You do have receiver continuity in the backfield, quarterback, running back, coming back. How does that help you maybe make that first-year transition from OC to head coach a little easier?
Well, return Tyson and Ike's huge for us. Offensively, we do a lot of reading stuff, reading guys, a lot of mesh points. So it makes it really easy when you return the guys that have been doing that. They've been working that stuff. We do it every single day in practice. So it makes it a lot easier when we return guys that already have that relationship with each other in the backfield. So you're able to progress a little bit faster when you return guys like Tyson and Ike.
Important question is, how are you guys looking up front? What can you tell us about the offensive line?
Well, same thing as the receiver. We graduated 3 of our starting offensive linemen. We returned Cooper Howard, he played right guard for us last year. We're switching him over to the left, but we returned him. And then Ethan Thomas played some at right tackle and stuff for us last year. And we return our center, Elijah Smith. So there's definitely, again, like our receivers, there's question marks up there, but we have great potential. We have, again, good depth. Some of those guys are freshmen, but guys that are physically ready, but I'm not sure if they're mentally ready yet. We'll find out when the lights turn on Friday nights, but again, the potential was there, and I'm happy with how it's developing. We'll see how it goes.
Defensively, I know you said you guys are getting ready to start fall camp, but what have you seen from the defense so far over the summer leading up to camp?
So our defense coordinator is Scott Pollock. He was our D-line coach. He's been the D-line coach there for 5 years. So he stepped up and took over our defense coordinator job because Zach Moore, our previous head coach, was our defense coordinator. So Coach Pollock took that next step up, and he's going to be our defense coordinator. We're doing some things a little bit differently than we did before, but I mean, me and Coach Pollock have been there together for 5 years under Zach, and we're trying to keep everything as far as verbiage and stuff like that, and technique, force, and spill guys. We try to keep as much consistent with Cam from what we did with Zach.
Greenup County will have another successful football season if what happens?
Greenup County will have another successful football season if, right now we're kind of at the point where our guys don't know what it takes to be good. Like I said, we graduate so many guys, so really what we need to do is our guys have to learn how to practice well every single day. So if we can learn to do the little things the right way, we'll have another successful season because the talent's there, the potential's there. We just have to learn what it takes to be successful.